and I'm going to say Merry Christmas. Today is Tuesday, December the 18th, I think. And I'm back one last time because I am finding myself at home alone once again. Yet once again, I'm unwrapping something here that I forgot to unwrap before I started filming. It's nighttime. My light is horrible. I have my OT light on, kind of turned away from me over there just for a little bit of light. But I'm all on my own again tonight. Brian is away coaching a basketball game kind of far away, and Maddie has gone to a birthday party of a friend, and so they've gone downtown to have a nice dinner, and I think they're going to drive around and look at Christmas lights. That's kind of, she has a group of girlfriends from high school. That's kind of their Christmas tradition. And I thought I would go ahead and I know I said the last time that was going to be my last video before Christmas. I thought I would do a really quick video because there are a ton of questions that I've gotten recently that I haven't been able to answer. I used to try to answer all questions, in YouTube online, just write them out. And I haven't had a chance to do that lately, and I thought maybe I would just take the opportunity to film just a little bit. I don't even have any stitching to show you. A little bit to talk about, but I didn't bring any over here. So I thought I would take the opportunity to just film really quickly and answer some questions. And so I have a list of questions here, and then I am going to talk a little bit about plans, and I do have a couple things to show you that were gifted to me recently, and I've gotten some really, really, really sweet gifts for Christmas from Stitchy Friends, and I'm not going to show them all, just a couple of, and I'm not going to say who anything is from, but just a couple of quick gifts from someone who knows me way too well. I got this lovely little Peanuts pad and pencil, and even cuter than that, look at this little Peanuts Ort container. Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh my goodness, it's adorable. Isn't that so sweet? I would like to make some of these. I bet they're really not that hard to make. It's just a matter of sitting down to do them. From another sweet, and also from that same friend, I received this. And at first I thought, and I don't know if you're going to really be able to see it. At first I thought, it's a key, painted red and white for Christmas, but it's a little teeny key, and it has a beautiful Santa face painted on it, hand painted. Isn't that the cutest thing? What a clever idea. I love Santas. I actually collect Santas. I don't collect big ones anymore because I've kind of run out of room, but I do collect anything that's little Santa, and I have a huge variety of Santa ornaments that are made out of clothespins that are hand painted. The old-fashioned clothespins that kind of have the ball on top, not the ones that you squeeze, but the ones that you kind of just push down. And it's just beautiful, beautiful work. I think if I could have one talent, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. If I could have one talent that I don't currently have, that I have like 0 in that category, it would be a toss-up between singing. I would really love to be able to sing. I can't sing a lick. Or drawing and painting. I think I would also really love to be able to draw and paint. But anyway, so I just thought that was adorable, and that's got a wonderful spot on my Christmas tree. From another sweet friend, this came, and it's a little felted snowman. Look at how cute that is. Little scarf and a hat. And his nose. His nose is showing up yellow, but it's definitely an orange. Isn't that so sweet? Oh my goodness. I love wool felted things. I know how to do a little bit of wool felting. It's quite time consuming, actually. And I've made a few little felted things, but anyway. So just lots of fun, neat little gifts from fun, wonderful, sweet, thoughtful friends. Makes me very happy. Okay, so I'm going to talk about questions. These questions go back, I think I went back 3 videos. So, like, over the span of 6 different 15-minute video, so 2 videos a week for the last 3 videos. I had these questions, and I hope I answer them all. If you had a question and I didn't answer it, please ask me again. I tried really hard today to sit down and go through and make sure I was capturing all of the questions, and I'm just not 100% sure that I got everything answered. It's too late for me to drink coffee, so the first question that I had from my last video that, and I should have done a quick clip to talk about this, is yes, Maddie got home safe and sound. No problems at all. She was home by 10 to 10, and which, that in and of itself makes me a little bit nervous because it's really, for me, it's a 3-hour drive. It's 2 hours and 58 minutes. I mean, it driving straight through, not stopping, and she can usually do it in about 2:45. And in the state of South Dakota, the speed limit on the highway is 80 miles an hour, and that is really, really fast. I mean, it's not fast if everything's going well, but that is really fast if something were to go wrong. And I try to convince her that, to probably stick to like 70, 75, which is really hard to do because, of course, if the speed limit's 80, everybody's driving 90 or faster. And if you're driving 70 or 75, people are passing you up like you're sitting still. Then once you get into Iowa, the speed limit is 70. And then once you get into Nebraska to come to our house, once you hit the Nebraska border, you kind of get off the main highway, and then you're down to 60. And when you're driving it yourself, that 60, when you've been going 80, feels really, really slow. But anyway, she made it home safe and sound, no problems. The weather was clear. She said she saw no deer, and she had no problems, and it was an easy drive. And as far as long drives now, I don't have to worry about anything until December 7th when she goes back up to school. So that's good. Okay, so Maddie got home safe and sound. I had 3 people, Arlene, Marlene, and Marva, ask about the feather tree and whether or not I could do a wool feather tree tutorial. And I would be happy to do that, but there is someone who knows what they're doing that I watched, and I don't need to reinvent the wheel. So I literally Googled on YouTube when I decided I wanted to make one of these wool feather trees. I had seen them. My friend Colleen bought one, I think at Sutter Village, when she had gone to a rug cooking show there back this summer, and I think she maybe bought 2. And so I'd seen hers, and I kind of had some ideas, but I didn't really quite know how to put them together. I did one on my own, just on the fly, and it was uglier than the little Charlie Brown tree. So then I watched this tutorial. So if you go to Sarah Renzulli is her YouTube, what am I trying to say? Her call sign for YouTube, and it's Sarah, Sara Renzulli, Renzulli, is the name of the channel, and her channel, that was the word I was trying to think of. And if you just Google how to create a woolly pine tree, or just search that in YouTube, you will find a fabulous tutorial for how to do it. And that's the one I used to do the white one and the 2 other green ones that I showed you. I didn't show you the really yucky, ugly one I made. The only thing that is not in that tutorial is that tutorial uses a kit that I'm not sure who developed the kit or who put the kit together, but the only thing that they don't talk about is how long to cut the branches. And I kind of backed into it. And so if you're really interested, I can give you the dimensions that I ended up kind of figuring out how long to cut the branches. The branches at the bottom end up starting out at about 9.5 inches, 9.5 inches, and then they get smaller, smaller as you go up. So that kind of gives you some idea. And they do talk about how long to cut the dowel and how far apart to space the branches and all of that kind of stuff. So how to cut the wool and, you know, all of that good stuff. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to help, but that there's no need for me to do tutorial because it is a really, really excellent tutorial. Okay. Um, Barb asked about weight loss. I've mentioned that I've lost weight. I started the day after Maddie graduated high school. I think it was May 26th. I was actually invited to join Weight Watchers with a friend, and we decided that we were going to just do Weight Watchers online. And I've done Weight Watchers 2 other times. Once I went to meetings and I was very, very successful, but I only went to meetings for a short period of time, and I was really uncomfortable in the meetings. I just don't like that kind of public recognition and attention makes me really uncomfortable. And so I quit the meetings, and as soon as I quit the meetings, the weight came back. Then I joined about a year later. I joined Weight Watchers online and was horribly unsuccessful with that. Like, I didn't last a day really with that. So this friend wanted to join and wanted to do it with someone else, and I said I would, and I really didn't think I would stick with it. And I don't know what the changing thing was for me. I don't know what encouraged me to stick with it, but I have stuck with it. I think their new point system, if you've done Weight Watchers before, their new point system is really, really easy to follow. Basically, you can fill up on fruits and vegetables or 0 points. And I love fruits and vegetables. So my problem has never been not eating the right foods. My problem has been overeating and then eating probably too much comfort food. I love to cook, and I love comfort, and I love food. And I grew up with good home-cooked food, and so that's always been my problem. And when I was younger and was, for the longest time, I weighed about 100 pounds. I'm not quite 5'4", and until I was in my early 30s, I weighed about 100 pounds was my kind of my average. I ate like, I could eat like any man. I mean, and so then I continued to eat like that, and my metabolism clearly changed or something went awry. Anyway, I started at May 26th. I have lost 35 pounds at this point. I lost when we were in Europe, even though I ate, and even though it's hard to find a vegetable in Europe, a fresh vegetable. We did a lot of walking. I need to add exercise to my regime. I was better with it over the summer. I have not been great with exercise this winter, and that needs to be the next big step for me, and I think I'm going to have to do that. I would like to lose another 25 pounds, and I think I'll have to add exercise. But anyway, Weight Watchers online, I stopped paying for it in November, but at this point, I feel like I know what points are, I know what I can eat in a day, and I can kind of calculate my points pretty easily. And I'd be glad to talk to anybody, via email or text if anybody needs any suggestions or ideas or more thoughts on that. I'd be happy to talk about that. I found it very easy. I don't know. I think that something has to change within yourself, and I don't know what that was for me. And I don't know. It just happened. I don't know. I guess it became time. I think part of it for me was that I was seeing pictures, since we've had 3 major life events, 2 high school graduations and a wedding in the past 2 years. Seeing pictures of myself was very much of an eye-opener, and knowing that I didn't look healthy, more than the vanity of it, but that vanity played a part. It absolutely did. But I just didn't want to look like that forever, and I want to be around, so. Hey, I'm at 15 minutes. I may be able, so Pam at Stitching Between the Lines posted a tutorial on how to create videos longer than 15 minutes, and I wasn't able to do it on my old iPad. I tried, but I've got my husband's iPad, and I'm going to try it on here. If not, I'll just stop this here and go on to video too.